from these AI tools. So really, it's a prompt engineering masterclass, and also to tell you about how we can help you get into tech. Alrighty. Now, starting out, most of you would have heard about AI and how AI is revolutionizing different sectors. The truth is, AI is really useful. It's powerful, but it's jargon in, jargon out, quality in, quality out. So what I mean by that is, um, if the instruction that you give to the AI is not clear, the result it produces for you wouldn't be top notch. Of course, it wouldn't be clear as well. So the quality you put in determines the quality that you get out. Now, eventually, um, interacting or collaborating with AI would become a universal skill, just like knowing how to write is a universal skill today. So for creators, for coders, for marketers, for business people, irrespective of your job role or the sector that you work in, being able to work with AI would become a survival skill. So learning this is really important. And again, it's a fundamental part of our boot camps. Every single course that we offer, we teach our students how to collaborate with AI. In fact, we have an in-house AI tool we've developed that is a part of the program. So it's a part of what you get as a student. Now, we've had so many successes with candidates who have gone on to either secure clients for those who do freelancing. We have Zainab. Zainab is one example. She pursued UI UX, and today she's a freelancer and she works with AI, uses AI for design ideation, and um, and she's pretty successful at it. And she picked up the skill on the course because, like I said, it's a part of what we teach you. We teach you how to collaborate with AI. Um, then during our courses, Ayala, yes, you want to mute yourself. Thank you. So during the courses, during the as the teacher teaches you, part of what you would learn would be how to craft highly effective prompts. And once you learn this, even as a salesperson, you would learn how to craft your outreach materials, and basically it's a practical skill that you need, and you see the results immediately. Because again, LLMs, consider LLMs or AI as the world knows it, as this machine, this black box that has so much information about everything, right? Based on the data it's trained with. So you're able to extract so much value from it, from all that it knows, and it knows almost everything because it's trained with a whole lot of data. All right, so things would work on. Hopefully, we have the time to do all of this. I will teach you how to generate persuasive pitches using AI. And a pitch could be your resume, right? Designing your resume to pitch yourself as a best candidate. It could also be writing a proposal to your client as a freelancer or on the job. It could also be pursuing a project on the job. But at the end of the day, you would learn how to leverage AI and use it for your own good. So the tools we'll be using will be ChatGPT. And again, this program is tool agnostic. It doesn't matter whether you want to use Gemini or whether you want to use our in-house AI tool, which is Teacher. Also, it doesn't matter if you want to use Mistral's, you want to use Claude, anything you want to use, it doesn't matter. So long as it's an LLM tool, can take prompts, can give you responses. But of course, all LLMs are not created equal. TG, please, could you mute yourself, please? Please, TG, could you mute yourself? Okay. So all LLMs are not created equal. Some are more powerful than others. Yeah, TG, please, I'll need you to mute yourself, please. Uche, could you help me mute everyone, please? Yeah, Uche, you're the admin. Could you help me mute? Could you help me mute everyone, including TG?
Yeah.
Please, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. So, like I said, all LLMs are not created equal. Some are smarter than the others, depending on the use case. Depending on the use case, some are really good for coding. They do so well with coding. They can code a product, could be a website, could be an app from end to end. Some are really good for writing, some are really good for design, some are really good for making videos. We're going to have another session sometime later where we teach you how to create videos using AI end to end. If you want to be a social media manager, if you're if you're in our digital marketing program, we teach you how to create content with AI, from text to videos to images, all of that. That's for later, right? But there are different kinds of AI for this. So again, the tools will be ChatGPT Basic, which is 4.0, which is most what people have, especially if you're not using the paid version. And also we'll be using Google Doc. Google Doc would be, of course, to document what we are doing. So here, Google Doc is as simple as going to doc, sorry, docs.google.com. So just docs.google.com, and that takes you to Google Doc. That's it. And it may ask you to sign in if you're not already signed in, but it's pretty straightforward. Then, like I said, we would also be using ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT in the browser, but for me, I'm using the app. And if you wanted to use it on the browser, it will be as simple as chatsgpt.com. It'll take you there. And if you're using the free version, this is what you'd get. So we're going to use the free version actually. So let me close this because most of you have the free version. So we're going to use the free version. Then Notion. Let's forget about Notion. We won't use Notion. We'll just use these two. So what I want us all to do, because I want us to do this together, I would want you to open Google Doc or Word Doc, Microsoft Doc or Microsoft Word if you have it. Otherwise, you can open Google Docs again. It's docs.google.com and then open chatgpt.com. Or if you have the app, open up the app and we can proceed. I need to know that everyone is there. If you are already there, you have these tools open. I need you to comment that you're ready so we can begin. I want to be able to see your comments. Just leave a comment in the chat indicating that you are ready. So just like I am doing, I am ready already in the chat. Okay, Michael is ready. Who else is ready? Come on, guys. If you have ChatGPT open and you have Google Doc open or you have Word document open, indicate that you're ready. Oluwole is ready. Two more people and we can proceed. It's important that you follow along. It's okay to watch if that's what you prefer. But frankly, if you follow along, that's the best way to learn. And this tool would help you a lot. If you understand the power of this tool, for people who are looking for a job, for people who are looking to make money as a freelancer, earning dollars while you're there in Nigeria, you can sit down in Nigeria and earn money overseas. This tool, you see these two tools can change your life. Even if you don't join any of our courses and you follow these two tools and you master them, you can make a minimum of $100 a month, minimum, which is I think 160,000 naira every month, just using these two tools. So I would want us all to follow along. I need two more people to indicate that they are ready, then we can proceed. Come on, guys, we have very little time. I have Michael and Oluwole indicating they're ready. So for you to be ready, open ChatGPT and open a Word document. If it's a note, on your phone, you can open the Note app. I just want to know that you're going to leave this webinar with something. So indicate that you're ready, then we can proceed. Don't hold us down. Come on, guys. Waiting for you guys. Two more people and we can proceed. Okay. I guess we can continue. But I really encourage you to ensure that beyond recording, I know this is being recorded, but you do want to follow along, and that requires you to either have ChatGPT, which is free, you're not paying for it, it's free. You see it here, right? It's pretty much free. Right here it is. It's a free tool for you to use. And Google Doc is also free. You don't have to pay for Google Docs. Awesome. Now, for you to work with AI or LLMs, for you to get the most value from them, you need to define your goal. So the example that we will be working with today would be, let me see what we have here. We'll work on a resume. Yes, we'll build a resume, right? Now, let's look for a job posting. So we have a job. Let's see. Let's use data analysis. You know what? Let's go on indeed.com. Okay. Indeed.com. This is an American site, so I'm using an American site. But because most of you are in Nigeria, maybe I should use a Nigerian example. Let's think. What is the job sites in Nigeria? What are the job sites in Nigeria?
Jobberman.
Jobberman, okay. Jobberman. We have jobberman.com. Okay. So let's see opportunities on Jobberman, jobs in Nigeria. Now let's find jobs related to data, software and data. Okay. Oh, there's a social media manager job here. Awesome. So this job pays 75,000 to 150. Let's find a good, yes, this one, client associate sales and marketing, a marketer, boardman. So let's just look for software. Awesome. Senior data and business analyst. Guys, look at how much it pays. This is $2,500. This is a job that it's in Nigeria. Oh, there are much more. Field agent, machine learning engineer. And we actually teach you this. And this is 150K to 250K per month. Data scientist. Awesome. All right. So let's use this as an example. Kinkepuda. All right. So this is the job description, job summary, job description. So going back, the first step is our goal, right? So our goal here is that we are trying to find a job. We want to get a job. And we have found a job that we are interested in. So this is the job that we are interested in. It is a data scientist role. It's in IT and telecoms, and it pays 150K to 250K. That is the goal. Okay. So we proceed. Now we'll have to write a prompt, right? Now, there are fundamental components that a prompt should have. Number one, there is a tone that it should have. Should it be professional or friendly or urgent? This is the response that we expect of this LLM. Number two is the structure. We have to structure the prompt where it extracts a particular structure from the LLM. And number three is the audience. Who are we writing for? So for the tone, it has to be professional, of course. This is the resume we're about to build. Then for the structure, it has to have bullet points, paragraphs, and headings. Then the target audience, we're writing this for a job application, and the company is Kinkepuda. That's the name of the company. So I'm going to pick someone here and use them as an example. So let's see. We're going to use someone as an example. Let me look at those I have on here. I have Oluwole. I think he left a comment. Eshwola. Did I pronounce it right, Oluwole? Is it Eshwola? Oluwole Eshwola, right? Did I get it right? Olu, can you say something? Are you there? Okay, no response. Anyway, so we start. Hi, my name is Oluwole Eshuola. I studied um, data science at QurateHQ. During the boot camp, which lasted for 3 months, I learned one, um, machine learning development, two, um, uh, data cleaning, three, data engineering, four, model tuning, five, model deployment, six, model validation. Okay, these are the skills. So let's go back again to the structure of the prompt. So the tone says it has to be professional, then the structure and the target. Okay, so we need to add a structure to it. So this is the job we're interested in. All right, so we're going to have to copy this. Okay, then go back to the prompt. All right. Now, if we start with only this and say, build me a resume, build me a resume. So let's see what the response would look like before we give it more information. So as you can see, it has no city, it has no phone number, it has no email address, it has no LinkedIn or portfolio URL. It just gives a brief overview. Who you are, what you've done, was a 3-month program with a strong foundation. So just enough detail, right? But it doesn't have all that would need to get this particular job. So this very job that we're interested in. Now, if we were to compare what we have and what the job requires, let's see. So requirements. The job requires that you have a bachelor's degree in science, computer science and all of this. Requires that you have a minimum of 2 years hands-on experience in data science. Let's see if we have 2 years hands-on experience. It doesn't say you have it, okay? Then are you proficient in Python and R? You would have learned all of these on the program, but we don't have that information here. Again, if you go back here, that is because of our goal. The goal is not, it doesn't fit, it doesn't directly map to what we need, right? So we'll have to refine the goal. So now goal refinement entails, we look at this and we say, okay, they're looking to hire a data scientist, okay? And this person will support strategic decision making through data modeling. So you need to have learned data modeling, you need to have learned visualization, you need to have learned statistical analysis. And these are all of the things that we teach you, right? Then you will be responsible for turning data into actionable, complex data into actionable insights that drive business decisions and that will enhance their solutions. And the problem demands that you have a problem-solving mindset and a strong technical foundation. So let's start with this. So we go back, then we can enrich it some more and say, hey, okay. Also, I learned data modeling, visualization, statistical analysis, turning complex data into actionable insights that drive business decisions. And I am a problem solver with a strong technical foundation. So when we do this, Let's see what happens. It refines the resume again. See, as we add more information, the details that it produces, the quality of what it produces changes. It keeps improving. But it's still not a 100% match to this very job description. So the next step, what we do now is we look for more information. So we say, based on all you already know about me, I need you to map my resume to this job. Additional information, I want a 100% ATS match. Okay. So now it has more information. Education is still there, professional background is there, but now you see that it's more detailed, right? So you are a freelancer, a project-based data scientist who has done all of these things that is required of you to land this very job. Now you want to make sure you look at your resume to ensure that there are no lies, that everything is true, but there is still some information missing, right? You have to insert your degree here if applicable, the experience that you have. Okay, so let's proceed with this. So we would assume that you have maybe a bachelor's degree in, I have a BSc and maybe zoology. Of course, you don't need a degree to do tech. So, but in Nigeria, most times they would ask for it. What really matters is what you know. So experience level. So we teach you the experience that we offer you is almost equal to a 2-year experience on the job. So although my boot camp was for 3 months, I did 12 projects that mirrored a 2-year work experience. Then eligible to work in Nigeria. Okay, see how information is improving, right? Now we look at this summary and we compare the summary with all of the previous summaries. So this is the current summary. This is one step prior. This is initial summary. So when you look at these three summaries, you would see very clear differences, right? So here it talks about how you're result driven, you have a technical foundation, then talks about how you went to a boot camp. Basically, this is okay, right? But for the job that you're interested in, there are specific requirements of the job. So it details your responsibility. It speaks to exactly what they are looking for. And it mentions the requirements, what is expected of you. Now, when you look at this very summary here, it mentions all of those details. So machine learning, data visualization, statistical analysis, and data modeling. So you go back here. So you see data modeling, you see visualization, and you see statistical analysis. So for an ATS system, this resume would already be a one-to-one map, right? But again, you always want to make sure that your resume is honest because you don't want to lie in your resume But from what we teach you, what we offer you, you'll do enough projects to cover all of those experiences that typically would be expected of you when you apply for a job. Now, there are certain things that are still missing. So if we copy the most recent resume, we're still going to find some missing components. All right, so your GitHub and portfolio, this is very important. What have you done previously? Now, with the way that our program works, again, these 12 hands-on projects that you'll be doing, there are projects that you can show, right? They become a part of your portfolio. So this you would already have been on our course. Then for the LinkedIn, this is very important. It's not you cannot apply for a job and not have a LinkedIn. And the reason employers ask for your LinkedIn is because one, they want to be sure you're real. Number two, they want to look at a trail of your activities on LinkedIn. This will be the posts you've made, and also, of course, your profile details. Now, a part of what we do for you, for some of you that are on this call that are part of our program, the reason that we have you do those posts on LinkedIn is because of this. We want you to showcase the projects we are doing. And for those who are not yet on the program, I will explain further. Now, every single week, as you complete these projects, we have you make a post on your LinkedIn indicating that you've completed a project, the difficulties you went through in doing the project, the details of the processes that were involved in completing the project, the lessons learned, the mistakes made, and the improvements that you would make in the future. So this keeps a trail, a very detailed trail of everything that is in your portfolio, highlighting that you didn't go and copy and paste from someone else because people copy projects and paste them in their GitHub. So sometimes, employers look at this and just look at your portfolio and they still have doubts. But if your LinkedIn profile sufficiently details all of these projects, then you've put yourself one step ahead of other candidates. Then, of course, there is the need for phone number. You can add your phone number here, add your email here, put in your LinkedIn detail and other information. So another thing that you would need to do, which is what we do for you. So you see how here it shows your education, right? Now, because our course is an internship program, so there wouldn't be any need for this as an education. Because a lot of employers, especially employers in Nigeria, excuse me, they do not like to hire bootcamp graduates, right? Most of them, they do not like to hire bootcamp graduates, especially if you just left the bootcamp. So what we do for you is, based on how we've built our program, this here changes to Curate HQ because it's an internship program, right? So here you become a data scientist intern at Curate HQ. And this would be remote Canada. So automatically, you have this work experience that shows that you've been an intern for a company that is domiciled in Canada. Now, it could be Canada, it could be USA. As we go down the slide, you'll see where our companies are registered. So you are an intern for a course, for the course that you took, and this makes you more attractive than all of the other candidates. Now, in some cases, depending on the course you take, this could be tech eccentric Canada, which is the parent company of Curate HQ, right? But here you demonstrate that you have done the job. Now, the skills that you're going to post here, all of the skills you post here will be the skills that you've acquired building this portfolio. So you know the job, you have done the job, and this is where you demonstrate that you have done the job. So, for example, we can take this further and say, during the 12 weeks that I did the project, I covered every single aspect of data science that would be expected of a 2-year professional. Kindly plug into this component of my resume. Now, you want to make sure you're not telling lies, but of course, because of how detailed our projects are, everything that is covered here would be similar to what you would have done as an intern or as a student of our program. So here you are. Now you've built a profile that sufficiently portrays you as a great candidate to hire. Then whatever else you've learned or done in the past, so maybe you've worked somewhere else um, as a marketing consultant, as a sales rep, it doesn't matter what you would have learned previously, right? All of that XXXXX you can have here. Then if if you're a great candidate, you make it a tech-centric, which is the parent company of Curate, then here you can add Curate as where you learned the data science skill, okay? Now for the project, we'll pick out key projects. You don't want to make this so, you don't want redundancy where what you already posted previously you still have here. But we'll pick out one project of all the 12 projects that you've already completed. So we'll look at all of these requirements here, including responsibilities. Then you'll identify the project that most closely maps to all of those responsibilities. So it could be, there are so many projects, like I said, there are 12 projects. So one I can think of off the top of my head would be maybe the final capstone. So you don't want to do this as a capstone. So we would, so let's just use it to come up with a hypothetical, come up with a hypothetical project that covers all of the skills required here. Structure this way as a single project. Awesome. So here you highlight one project that you've done from all of the 12 that sufficiently captures all that is required for this job. And if you are one of our students and you've completed all of the projects, at least one or two projects would cover anything that would be required of you as a data analytics professional, data scientist, DevOps engineer within Africa. It doesn't matter what the job is, but so long as it's a job that requires 1 to 3 year experience, you would have sufficiently, adequately covered all of those skills within those 12 weeks. So here you are. You have your project entered, then certifications, QurateHQ, Now we go a step further, and for some certifications, based on the way we prepare you, you're ready to take some certification exams. And we would even share additional resources with you. For example, if you did a data science course or data analytics course, something like Power BI for business analytics, or Power BI certification, which is a Microsoft certification, you'll be ready to do a little bit of studies and then be ready for that very certification. So this is what we do for you. And again, today we're looking at a resume. In subsequent weeks, we would talk about how you can use AI for different things. So now you have an opportunity to replicate everything that we've done and a chance to win a prize. And the prize is a 5,000 naira data pack or refill, depends on your mobile recharge. Now, what you will do is, I think Amira has dropped a form in the chat. Yes, we have a form in the chat. Okay, Michael has dropped a form in the chat. Awesome. So you're going to do exactly the same thing that we have done. Come up with a prompt. Try to solve a problem with a prompt. It could be a resume. Try to build a resume. Let's say the prompt that worked for you. Let's say the mistakes you made. Let's say the improvements that you made. And the best solution would get a 5,000 naira data for free. And beyond that, we have other competition, other events that are ongoing right now. We have a tech turnaround event. It's a competition basically. The first winner would get a free laptop. The first prize is a free laptop, and the second prize would be some cash reward and scholarship. And all you need to become a part of it is to follow us on social media, and make a 30-second video of how, yeah, this is for the airtime reward. Make a 30-second video of how tech can change your life, or how tech has changed your life, or how tech has changed the life of anybody that you know. Then tag your friends, and follow us, of course, like I said. Then at the end of the campaign, we'll pick the winner, and that winner gets a free laptop. But everybody that participates would win something. Awesome. Okay, now if you want to join any of our programs, we have several courses that we teach. And every single one of these courses entail what I've taught you: how to improve your resume, how to become a freelancer, make money as a freelancer. And all of these courses have AI companionship as a free component. So you have an AI component that's been built already in-house that you can collaborate with. And also, we help you to build out your LinkedIn profile. We help you optimize your resume. Again, we just did it right now. It's pretty straightforward. But you come out better, basically. And these are the courses we teach: DevOps, cybersecurity, UI, UX, AI and ML, and data analytics. And if you're interested in talking to someone, we have Michael on this call, and we have Amira on the call, and you can ping them, drop your number. And also you can scan this very QR code on here to join our WhatsApp channel where you can get all the information. Now, again, we do this to help the sub-Saharan African youth. Our courses are pretty affordable. We're not really doing it to make a profit. It's from 100,000 naira to 150,000 naira. So prompt engineering is a part of every single course that we teach. It's for free. So we don't have a specific course for prompt engineering, but every single program, every single course entails the components of prompt engineering to help you interact and get the most value from the AI tool we built in-house. So that AI tool is a free part of the program. It's what you get once you join us. So again, I'll give you guys the opportunity to ask questions soon. So, but if you do want to join our WhatsApp channel, just scan this QR code. There we can provide you answer all the questions that you have, and give you all the details that you would need. Now, this is who we are. We are a Canadian company. We are also an American company, and also we are a Nigerian company. And you can follow us on Instagram. You would see us there. We're verified on Instagram. Um, Again, it's curate.hq. It'll be the only Curate HQ that has a blue, what is it called, a blue tag, or yeah, it's basically we're verified on there. You see us, so you can't miss us. So follow us on there, and we're happy to help you get into tech. And all the courses we teach, the cost is from 100,000 to 150,000. We're just trying to help pull people out of poverty, and we teach you these courses and also teach you how you can freelance. And basically, what it means is offer your services to people outside of Nigeria and some within Nigeria, and in dollars, and also teach you how to find jobs. And again, I just taught you how to build your resume. So those are some of the things we teach you. And that is it for me. So now the floor is open for questions. So if you have any questions, any doubts, anything that you want to know, please feel free to ask. Any questions at all that you have, feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself, tell us from where you've joined, tell us what your questions are, and we'll provide you answers very happily. Our goal is really to empower the African youth. And for this, we make tech education really affordable, very accessible. We just want to empower you. So it's all up to you. What questions do you have? What would you like to know? We have 6 more minutes before we call it a day. And if you've joined us on social media, please leave a comment, drop your questions, and we'll find a way to get to you and provide you answers. Again, we're here to help. We want to empower you by teaching you tech and teaching you how to make money using your tech skills, either as a freelancer or, again, as an employee. And we empower you to find jobs that you're qualified for. We have 6 minutes, and we'll call it a day.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Luwolo. Yeah, Luwolo, I can hear you. Do you have a question? Olu, do you have a question? If any of you have a question, please feel free to ask your question. We're very happy
Hello,
to.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
So my question is, what's the duration for the course, your courses, and also the cost?
Okay. So the duration depends on the program, but the courses range from 6 weeks to 3 months. And for every single one of our course, the cost is from 150,000 naira to 100,000 naira. It's very affordable. I know it's almost free. And that's because this is a social effort for us. We're trying to help, trying to pull people out of poverty. And that's why we started this. So it's 100K to 150,000 naira. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oluwole, what course are you interested in?
DevOps.
Okay, DevOps is 100,000 naira.
Okay.
And the duration is 10 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you do want to get more information, you can leave your number in the chat, Olu, and someone will contact you to help you through the application process. Okay?
All right, that's cool. Thank you.
Not a problem. Happy to help. We have 3 more minutes. Anyone has a question, please feel free, ask your question. We're happy to help. We're happy to provide answers and guide you into your next tech role, either as a freelancer or as an employee. For us, winning means that you learn tech and that you're able to use tech to better your life and escape the poverty that is endemic in sub-Saharan Africa.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. What's your name and where have you joined us from and what is your question?
Okay, I'm thank God.
Okay.
I'm joining you from Port Harcourt
Awesome.
in Nigeria. Please, I want to ask, after the program and then you've helped us with what you promised to help us with in terms of setting up our CV and trying to get a job, can one still be there? Can you also be there for us in terms of mentoring until one is able to land a job?
Okay, so for mentoring, we're building a service actually that is fully mentorship based. But what I can tell you is that your tutors, who of course they've been through the same journey as you, they are Nigerians, your tutors would hold your hands and help you through the way. One of the goals that our tutors have is that every single student on the program has to succeed. And the definition of succeed is that you complete the program successfully and you come out with the skills that are necessary. You follow every single step of the way in building your social media, in building out your projects. And when you do all of these things, you will definitely find a job. Does that answer your question, TG?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have 2 more minutes, guys. Any questions? Please feel free to ask. Consider this an opportunity to ask anything you want to ask, whether it's related to joining us or not, doesn't matter. Just feel free. We're happy to provide answers. One more minute before we call it a day. Well, I do hope that every one of you.
Sorry, hello.
Yes, please.
This is Ibuku. I'm joining you from Lagos.
Hi, Ibuku. Nice to meet you.
Yes. I joined a boot camp last year. I think it was on DevOps. I've forgotten which cohort now, but it was DevOps last year. But I didn't really follow through with the class because I had issues with my laptop then. So I don't know. I think we were using Slack then, but I haven't logged back. I don't know if those classes and the recordings are still available. I want to go back to it and then try and follow with what they happened during the class.
Okay.
I can take that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have those recordings again.
Okay.
Because of the frequency with which we start cohorts, there's only so much we can do as far as keeping those recordings are concerned. We need cloud space, and we don't have all the space in the world, right? So we usually do encourage our students to download the classes immediately. So if you didn't do that, unfortunately, we don't have those videos again.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much.
How many classes do you think you attended before you stopped?
I attended I think 5, but I couldn't really follow through what they were doing since I had issues with my laptop, so I couldn't really practice what was being taught.
Yeah, I would encourage you. I mean, I don't know how well you can follow through with doing self-learning, even with the videos. If you want to come back to class, we can talk about giving you a discount because you had joined class before. But I would really encourage you to, because we've made a lot of changes from last year till now in the way we deliver our classes. So I think it would be beneficial for you if you re-enroll to join in on our classes. When you're ready, tell them that you spoke to Gilbert and Uche, and that they committed to giving you a discount, and I'm sure they'll talk to us about it, and we'll offer you something. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Very welcome. Guys, we can take one more question, and we are good to go. We are over time, and that's so anyone who has any question to ask, you have just a minute to ask before we draw the curtain. Okay, I think that brings us to the end of today. So we can officially draw the curtain here and say thank you so much for joining. And I hope you did get something valuable from this webinar. Take care of you, and see you in class, or see you next week, Saturday. Bye-bye.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.